So today, obviously, we had the announcement of Keir Starmer's shadow cabinet, and I think it's a really, really exciting shadow cabinet, full of lots of depth and lots of talent amongst there. And probably the most noticeable additions, the inclusion of Lisa Nandy, of course, who was one of the leadership hopefuls. She's going to be the new shadow foreign secretary. I think she's proven throughout the leadership campaign what a strong politician she is, what a passionate politician she is. So I'm delighted that she's got that role. The other, obviously, leadership hopeful, Rebecca Bailey, is going to be the education secretary. So I look forward to hearing what she's got to say about education. She's obviously was very good friends with Angela Rayner, who is now the deputy leader, who did that role before. So she'll have a really good understanding from Angela, I'm sure, of the role of shadow foreign secretary, shadow education secretary. Very important for me as a teacher to know that Labour are holding the government to account on education. Big job, I suppose, in the shadow cabinet. The shadow chancellor has gone to Annalise Dodds, who's the MP for Oxford. I think it's Oxford West or East, get the wrong one. And she got a politics and economics degree from Oxford, so she is obviously very well qualified. I had a big conversation with some of my Labour councillor colleagues across the Eastern region, and somebody, I think it was Cheryl in Southend, did tip Annalise for this job. So I was wrong. I said I can't remember who I said, but she did get that top job. I think I was talking about David Lammy, who has actually got the Shadow Justice portfolio. So that's really good for David Lammy, the MP for Tottenham. We all know that because he's so passionate about being a local MP as well. So I'm really delighted that he's in the shadow team. John Ashworth has kept his job in health, which is great because he's been a great shadow health secretary. We've got, of course, the big news, I suppose, for anyone who's been following politics for some time, is the inclusion of Ed Miliband in the shadow cabinet. He's going to be the business, energy and industrial strategy shadow secretary. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I obviously now I stood in the 2015 elections when Ed Miliband was leader, and I thought he was a very good leader of our party. Unfortunately, he wasn't successful in winning, but I think he's a very strong politician, and actually many people have said how strong he's been since he's been the leader of the Labour Party. Actually, perhaps some of that pressure has been taken from him, and he's working MP. I also mentioned the role of the Shadow Secretary for Mental Health. I'm obviously the mental health champion for Harlow Council, and Rosina Allen Khan is someone who I thought again was did a very strong campaign to be deputy leader. She actually ended up becoming second, and I'm really delighted to see that she's got that role. She does still work as a doctor part time, as well as being an MP. So, and her reasoning for that is to sort of stay part of the community and sort of know what's going on at sort of the ground level. I think that's really important, and I don't know how she has time, but fantastic that she does that. And to have her as her involved in mental health, I think is really good and shows a very clear direction from Keir Starmer that mental health is going to be a top priority for his shadow team. There are lots of others. John Healey does defence, and we've got Emily Thornberry involved in international trade, and there's others as well. Thank Debonair, housing. I suppose the significant one for me, local government. Steve Reid, who is the MP for Croydon. I think he was elected in a by-election, probably longer. I think it was 2012 he was elected in a by-election in Croydon. And again, a really hard-working local MP who I think would be fantastic in that role. Understands how local government work. Was a council leader himself as well. So we're really pleased that he's involved with that. So yeah, I just think that this is a really clear message from Keir Starmer as leader that it is going to be a shadow cabinet that brings together people from all parts of the party and all parts of the country as well. And I think that it just shows the strength of talent within the Labour Party moving forward. Of course, as I said before, the main kind of first thing that his shadow team's got to do is support the government, and that seems a strange thing to be saying, but it is about supporting the current administration, because we've got to get through this coronavirus crisis. But I believe under the leadership of Keir Starmer and with the support of this fantastic team, that's something we can do. And of course, I'm sure I will add my message, to the same as Keir Starmer said yesterday. I do wish Boris Johnson the best. It's an awful situation for him to be in, and I really hope that he recovers and gets well soon. But yeah, I'm really excited about the shadow Labour team, shadow team, and I really hope that they can scrutinise, I think was the word that Keir Starmer used yesterday, scrutinise the government and actually help to support them make the right decisions in this crisis and moving forward as well.